Namaste. The pandemic has been the talk of the town or talk of the world for at least 3 months now. All of us are impacted, so there's no escape from this for anybody. Probably the exception of China as we see it. They seems to be the least affected compared to the other countries across the globe. Now my view is there are a lot of positives from this pandemic. The positive pandemic, as I look at it, while there has been huge impact on the economy, life has not been the same with lockdowns and all that, but a huge learning from this is I strongly believe the way we do business will be completely or dramatically changing post-COVID. First and foremost, I think the work from home is now tested. All of us know that it works wonders, productivity is high, and we are also able to get things done at this time. Yes, we've been used to a certain style of working for many decades and generations. We have to sit in the office, we have to see people in the room, and particularly as managers, we have to see what our team is doing. There are a lot of those kind of straitjackets have been challenged and challenged successfully. I think work from home, with my experience of working from home and delivering, and then looking at teams working from home and delivering, it's completely a brilliant learning. And I, for one, would now definitely stand up and say we will vote for work from home. What is the advantage in this? One, the real estate space that you need to save. I'm sure already the majors have already announced that 3 to 5 years down the line, they are not going to have the same real estate, they're going to have more people working from home. I come from India, I live in Singapore, I was groomed in India, so I have seen a lot of things how working women particularly go through managing or balancing, I would say, home and work. And also most of people in India and typically other third world countries, they use the public transport to reach to work and back home. It's one of the most tiring experiences. Forget working in the office. It is reaching the office and getting back to home is the most tiring part for any woman, particularly in a third world country. And if I am running a show in India today, I'll first ask my entire women folk to raise their hands who wants to work from home, and happily be very happy to ask them to work from home, because it helps them balance their work and the family. Particularly with young children, school-going children, infants, you ask, the benefits are immense. Okay, does that mean that they don't have to come to work at all? Well, we can come out, as I said, the business models will change. We'll have new business models coming up, and in the new business model, probably you can divide the teams into two. I'm talking about teams when I say just the women folk. You can have team A working in office for a month, while team B works from home, then swap it so the team B comes to office in the following month and team A works from home. It could be a start, and after that slowly 80% of them you can, or even 100% of women could work from home, and you can have one Friday or third Friday or fourth Friday that everybody should report to office so that you have a face-to-face meetings. That's the first thing. And just women, then obviously the men folk will also get better, because more and more work can get done remotely and more time. But this has another follow. And one experience that we have is you end up logging in early, you end up stretching yourself late, sometimes creating mismatches. So that kind of discipline I think will evolve, because I've also seen few of my friends say that their bosses insist on seeing them on video, insist on seeing their internal chat green all the time. So the next question that comes is, when you are allowing work from home, as managers, what do we look at our people? Our entire leadership style has to change. We now just give them a task and have measurement on the task and not the time they spend on the task. So our own understanding of the task that is delegated, our own understanding of the time it should take to deliver, our own understanding of the dynamics that will involve when it is remote teams is going to be very important when we allocate a task to a team and measure each team member for the output. That is another interesting outcome from the positive pandemic, I would say, because a positive situation from this year, the management styles are questioned, and now is the time to be creative. I told a few of my colleagues and friends that we are now part of a history. Generations later, I'm sure reams and reams of books or videos will happen as to what people learned from this pandemic, how things changed, and how leaders evolved out of this pandemic. And that is one of the things, whether we can be part of the history witnessing it, or we can play a role in writing the history. As managers, we have a huge opportunity to write history in terms of how business models can evolve, how dramatically we can think of new business models, and very importantly, managing remote teams and getting things done in a much better, more efficient way. So let's discuss more in the detail as we go along. Namaste.